nation, let peace reign. On the news this afternoon, reactions trail President Tinubu's appointment of new security chiefs. Flood displaced people of Boa Kani community in Kana local government area of Rivers State. Fishermen speak of the effect of Aleto oil spill on their livelihood. Rivers State Commissioner of Police denies existence of disbanded SARS in Port Harcourt. And on the foreign scene, rescuers race to find 5 people missing on Titanic sub. My name is Jude Omamigbe, and this is the news.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon and welcome. A public affairs analyst, Jackson, says the sack and replacement of security chiefs by the president is in order. Mr. Jackson said this while speaking with our correspondent, said the former security chiefs did little to solve the insecurity of the country.
Various governments, there was a lot of nepotism executed by that government, no doubt about that. So if current president has decided to spread it according to a law which covers national interests, it is constitutional to spread the appointments nationwide. But when you talk about the service chiefs, I strongly believe that the last military head did not perform optimally, and they were not effectively monitored by the commander-in-chief. We are expecting a new national security architecture completely, so that we depart from past.
On the appointment of a retired police officer, Nuhu Ribadu, as a national security advisor, Mr. Jackson said Nigerians should be more concerned with capacity to perform the role.
It is not cast on stone that the national security advisor must be a military. Police is an arm-bearing institution to the military. It depends on training and experience. If the new Ribadu had the necessary experience and the technically fit mentally to handle such positions, so be it. We are not talking about a long military training you have. We are talking about practical experience. We are talking about the level.
Last night, President Bulletin approved the immediate retirement of all service chiefs and the Inspector General of Police. He also approved the replacement of the Comptroller General of Customs. A statement from the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation said the retirement of security chiefs is with immediate effect. Nuhu Ribadu, who was named Special Advisor on Security on June the 15th, is to replace Babagana Mungunu as the National Security Advisor NSA, while Christopher Gwabin Musa is to replace Lucky Rabo as the Chief of Defense Staff. Taurid Abiodun Lagbaja was named Chief of Army Staff, while Emmanuel Ogala is the new Chief of Naval Staff. The president appointed Kayode Egbotokun as the Acting Inspector General of Police, while Hassan Bala Abubakar is the country's new Chief of Air Staff. EPA as Epa Unduadeye, a Major General, was appointed as the Chief of Defense Intelligence. President Tinubu also approved several other military appointments. Adebisi Onasayan was named commander of the Army Guards Brigade, which is a unit in charge of protecting the president. Moshood Abiodun Yusuf was appointed to head the 7 Guards Battalion, while Aluwalu Ababa Inua is to oversee the 177 Guards Battalion. Mohammed Abdukarim will lead the 102 Guards Battalion, and Olumide Akingbesote will head the 176 Guards Battalion. The president also approved the immediate dissolution of the governing boards of all federal government parastatals, agencies, institutions, and government-owned companies. Flood has displaced the people of Boa Kani community in Kana local government area of Rivers State. The traditional ruler of the community, Ene Godwin Barikbo Akpere, told our correspondent the houses were destroyed after yesterday's rainfall. The traditional ruler appealed for urgent help from the government.
Yesterday was highly devastating because several houses around the place where the floods passed through low houses with mud houses and some even uncompleted houses. Some were being managed by the people. Many of them have been displaced. The houses, their houses have been flooded, their property destroyed, and some of them have been displaced from where the water affected them. We don't know what will set in tomorrow because rain is still coming heavily. Might as well even by down to July, we have several of such rains, and so the people have been displaced, and we are asking for interventions by government, local government especially, to see how we can complete drains we are working on and other drains around the community.
Some fishermen in Kurama, Port Harcourt City local government area of Rivers State, said they have been unable to fish since the oil spill that happened in Aleto, local government area on June the 11th.
Both on this village, everything have spoiled everything. Our business, everything. We are hungry. The oil, everything have spoiled the river. We, the Guru people, we need help.
Yeah, they go chop. I no go fit benefit again. The same way me, I they go pick, they help myself with my children. Where Papa live, die. Just they suffer like this. I don't like them. How we are they go pick his sand like this? The oil don't spoil all the holy sand for me finish. Now no way again. Come see as the water day.
This oil they stop to condemn so many things from our water side. Boat net to go water side no go fit because of the oil. If you now go put those net for you no go fit look at all of them are black. And with that oil, this oil no fish for water for inside Akpajo.
Because this oil of 18 on the pattern I beg. From this oil go cover the whole waterfront. Maybe to catch fish. People the fish from the water. Oil don't spoil everything. May government come see this thing on the pass and may they help us. I be don't make people die for hungry.
An elder and fisherman, Emmanuel Fiberesima, also spoke to our correspondent.
This waterfront now, as you say so, the oil pollution the whole water. And then if you see, we fish like this, they go fishing. There's no fishing in the river. That's why I'm going very far away. So please let government come to our rescue and come and help us. If not, we're in the problem. Some of them, they are polytechnic. 2 of them, they are polytechnic. 3 people, they are the University of Calabar. As I did, so I'm suffering with my wife. Let government come to our aid to rescue us.
The Community Development Committee chairman in Aleto, Alali Amechi, tells correspondent Soribio Ruwari that he expects another joint investigation visit JIV to be conducted as the last one was inconclusive.
Of the JIV test, they said it's unconclusive, that they still want to do it again, that what we did the first day was unconclusive. We are looking for a date for them to give us that we can still go back for the JIV test again. As of the moment now, there is still an agitation. What we did that day, they are taking the scope, but we are shocked and we are surprised. They are telling us that what we did that day was unconclusive, so we are waiting for them. Yes, to an extent they have been contained.
He said the community's next line of action is dependent on the outcome of the State House of Assembly's findings and the SPDC's response to the situation. At least 6 communities are said to be affected by the oil spill, which started from a facility belonging to the Shell Petroleum Development Company, SPDC. And moving on, the chairman of MOA local government area, Chidi Lloyd, says he has ordered an investigation into the killing of Justice Ogboyi, an indigene of the Odua community, by an alleged member of the local security outfit MOA Vigilante Service in Movis. Dr. Lloyd told correspondent Mecca Tuka that the preliminary reports suggest that Mr. Ogboyi was a gang member of the late notorious kidnapper Onuigwe Wadi, who was terrorizing MOA section of the East-West Road.
I was informed that Wadi-led criminal gang, who I know Doha, were raising up for an attack this afternoon to kidnap passers-by. The MOA vigilante got wind of the intelligence and drove into the community. So, on sighting the MOV's vehicle, these renegades opened fire on the MOVs. And there was pandemonium. People now started running health center. And in the ensuing fracas, somebody, I was told, got hit by a stray bullet. I have told the DPO to find out what has transpired. But it's alleged that the boy who was hit by a stray bullet is a member of Wadi's criminal gang. I'm in touch with the commander of anti-cultism. I'm in touch with the JTF commander in the area. I've told them to open up investigation.
Dr. Lloyd also said that Immovis, as a local security outfit, is not allowed to bear firearms.
We are supporting the police and the Joint Task Force to handle the housekeeping professionally. But recall that the MOA vigilante is not made to carry arms. They cannot bear arms. So what they do is to share intelligence with the police. I want to call for calm while investigations continue. If after investigation it is discovered that someone who is not authorized to bear arms is the cause of the death, of course, the full weight of the law will be brought to bear upon such a person. We shall place culpability where culpability should be placed, no matter how high the person is.
The MOA council boss appealed to the youths of the area to embrace the amnesty program of his administration. Yesterday, scores of people who said they were villagers from Odua community in Emoa local government area marched to the Ku Wazobia Info FM complex protesting the death of Justice Ogbehi. They claimed that Imovis operatives killed him. The elder brother of the deceased, Augustine Ogbehi, said the late justice recently passed out from naval training and was processing cassava in his compound when Imovis operatives shot him. They called on the government to scrap Imovis and prosecute the killers of their son.
MOVs of Emoha local government just drove into our community, Odoha, Emoha. Precisely, I don't know who they are pursuing, but what we just saw was our brother helping his mother to do or fry gari. They just shot him down without any interrogation. In fact, we are crying. We don't know what to do, but we say we should come and report, see what MOVs have done to us. The local government should hear it, the state should hear it, even the federal government should hear it. Let justice prevail. That's what we want. Odo at large is crying because of the death of this boy.
In another development, the River State Police Command says it has arrested 2 personnel of the State Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department for alleged extortion. It was gathered that the police officers were arrested after a victim took to Twitter to complain about the incident and tagged the force spokesperson CSP Olumayiwa Adejobi in the post. The force spokesperson in his response asked the police public relations officer in the state to take up the case. CSP Adejobi said the force does not expect to still hear of policemen searching people's phones on the road after several warnings from the Inspector General of Police. In an interview with our correspondent Emeka Atuka, the spokesperson of River State Police Command Grace Iringekuku urged the victims to come to the command headquarters for official complaints. And meanwhile, the River State Commissioner of Police, Munyi Emeka, says it is not true that the disbanded Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS, is still active in the state. This is after the River State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, last week drew the attention of the Commissioner of Police on the activities of some police officers who still operate in the state under the guise of SARS. But at a media briefing yesterday, CP Emeka said he has directed the CP Monitoring Unit and the CPX Squad to investigate and monitor the activities of police officers in the state. He also urged the public to put the activities of area officers.
So what is opportunity to draw the attention of the public of the River State Command that has been drawn to social media reports of the operation of a special anti-robbery squad in the state? It does not exist. It only exists on the imagination of those who think they can be or they can achieve any purpose by virtue of blackmail. Since the Inspector General of Police announced the disbandment of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad of the Nigerian Police Force, the team was disbanded. In line with the directives and operatives of the units were redeployed to other police formation. There is currently no team by the name Special Anti-Robbery Squad in River State, and there will never be.
Now, the River State Police Commissioner also spoke of the arrest of a suspected cultist in Bomu, Tai local government area of the state.
A team of anti-cultism unit of the command on 17th, upon credible information, stormed the criminal hideout in Bumutai, in Tai local government area of River State, and arrested one Kenneth Nkpai M, who is a member of cultist group. One portable English-made Beretta pistol was recovered from him. Upon interrogation, the suspect confessed that he bought the pistol from one Ismail Ali, male, a Filipino, with one of the fertilizers company. I don't need to mention the true identity of the company. An investigation has commenced to apprehend other members of his cult.
He said the police, while on patrol at Rukwaku, recovered cartridges, 2 masks, 2 expanded cartridges in a Toyota Corolla car. Correspondent Emeka Atuka reports that CP Munyi also said operatives of the Special Area Division arrested a suspect in connection with a reported stolen vehicle. Still ahead, applicants complain of glitches in the online recruitment into River State Civil Service Commission. Stay tuned.
Stay on track with Nigeria Info
and PFN Stone Bishops.
His name is Jude Man. The newly deployed Rivers Command Integrity and Civil Corps (CDC) Asil Igweze has assumed duty. In his inaugural, the newly deployed Rivers Command says his action will be intelligence-driven because field security the past Rivers State Command Mike Oga was suspended and later redeployed a dispute with the petroleum gas drives on Mpeg. Some applicants taking employment into the Rivers State Citizens Commission that the online screen test conducted action over the weekend was characterized by technical issues. Interview with our respondent explained how the 4 minute time allotted for the test was spent looked at 10 questions.
This was going through. Many friends were complaining about it, keeping only 2 days. It's never already there. Just extend it. I said those that did not run.
Next one was trying this subject, but what grade? Just work. When I first question, and that question will be a problem. You click next question, it will get up pay. For me, now answer up to 4 questions. Still with 4 minutes, you put your details. Your time has started, and once that pay out, your time is going.
Our businesses and those that are exams unable to finish their exams. It's that they never did the answer, but there was a very question assess the question to all in the network and etc.
And now business news.
Business now, energy consultant Kenneth Osuji is the first increase in electricity tariff by President Tinubu is at the wrong time. Mr. Kenneth said this on during his morning cross fire.
Should and put it up. It's been time he made acts that the one should go. But possible and he makes it and them to go. This is going to too much of people. Well, really affect of the subsidy remove.
Nigerian chef Hidabsi has received the Guinness World Record plaque confirming her feat as record holder for the long by an individual. In Port, Chelsea have signed France striker Christopher Nkunku from Abidjan for £52 million. The international search team basically time to find the tourist vessel that went during a dive in the wreck of the Titanic. The wreck located at kilometers off the coast of Newfoundland in Canada. But that's news this afternoon. For a quick recap. Reaction is Australian President Tinubu's appointment of new security chiefs has displaced the people's work activity in hand local area of River State. Fishermen lying if to oil on their livelihood. The River State Commission of Police denied the existence of disbanded SAR in court. And the foreign rescues are raising to 5 people missing on the Titanic. The news edited by Nyekachi Wosu. Mostly cloudy weather in Sako this afternoon. Temperatures of about 23 to 6 degrees centigrade. Please be advised. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. Name is Jude or Mambi. Thank you and good afternoon. Sorry if it comes up right at the break.